What is going on, everyone? I am coming at you with some more One Piece gameplay. Today's matchup is between Kaido and Magellan, which is not a matchup that you see very often in OP02, but it is a matchup that I think is really interesting nonetheless, because both decks want to do very different things. Of course, Magellan just wants to make your opponent as miserable as possible, and Kaido wants to remove board, and removing board against Magellan doesn't always feel super great, especially if you have 5-cost Magellans out there. So going first as Magellan here, we're going to do nothing, and they're going to play a blocker on turn 2, to which we're going to answer with a Sadie and a Minotaur, and that is a feels good play because now we have a ton of aggression on board. A 5k swing will come in from the Kaido, and then that'll be followed up by an Uda. Uda again is a great character in this matchup because she can do so much to rest my characters. However, we're going to play a Magellan and we're going to minus a Dawn, and that is always feeling good. Again, our Magellan's also sitting at 6k here, which we're feeling good about. They're going to block with their Kurazumi Higurashi, and then we're going to swing 6 at leader here, either force out a 2k or force out a life, and they're going to use a 2k here on the Sasaki. And so we're feeling pretty good about the position that we're in. We've put our opponent on an awkward curve, being at 5 Dawn, and we're going to force our opponent to, potentially use some cards they don't want to do. They're going to go ahead and swing 5 at the Minotaur, and we're going to use that to ramp Dawn back up, because that puts us in position to drop a king on the Uda here. Uda's going to go ahead and swing because they're feeling probably a bit pressured here, and we're going to see an Onigashima Island come out and a Higurashi. So we're likely going to put a lot of pressure on the Uda here and see if we can force our opponent to commit to protecting it and then popping it maybe at the same time, or dropping a queen or something. But Kaido is one of those decks that once it gets to its 10 Dawn turn, it can be really, really aggressive. So I think at this point we're just going to go ahead and drop a queen here, or a Douglas Bullet, to rest the other blocker, which is nice. And then we're going to swing Little Sadie at the Higurashi. We're going to swing 6 at the Uda here with our Magellan, and that's going to go. We're going to swing 6 with our Magellan at leader, and they're going to take that. And then we're going to pass turn back with 2 Dawn active here, and it's feeling pretty good. We'll see a queen played. They're going to draw 2, trash 1, pitching the Onigashima Island, which is a classic queen play. And they're going to use Onigashima to add back the Dawn that they used on the queen here. And then we're going to see the Kaido player swing 6 at the Magellan. And I think that realistically we just let this go. But Minokwal is going to be used to counter out. And then they're going to play another blocker here. And they've seen a lot of their blockers in their deck. And I think that's one of the main weaknesses that Purple has, is that they play a lot of blockers. And I think blockers are not super strong in this format unless you're playing something like green, where they're like really low cost. So we're going to see a 7-drop king come out and pop the Higurashi. And then we're going to swing 6 at leader with our Magellan, 6 at leader with our Bullet. And these 6k swings are great against Purple. And then 6 at leader with our Magellan again. And now there is a potential for a big swing to come out from the Queen and the Kaido. And then 10-drop Kaido be played. But playing 10-drop Kaido here feels pretty awful, because you're going to pop a Magellan, meaning that you're going to set yourself back pretty far. And at this point, we're going to see Queen swing at life. Queen swinging at life is indicative that there's going to be a Magellan coming down. So at this point, sorry, 10-drop Kaido coming down, but they opt to not. They're playing an Uda here. They play a Domino as well, and then they're playing another Domino and a Black Maria. So the board is just full of blockers here. So many, no cards in hand. Another 7-drop king would be super nice here. I just don't think that there is one in my hand, but we're really going to try and pressure the Uda here, and she can rest, my blocker. So we'll swing 6. They're going to stop my Magellan from attacking potentially, but so they're going to block. They'll use her effect to stop the Magellan from attacking. Resting the Magellan, and then I'll swing 7 and they'll block with Black Maria. And so I end up playing a queen here, I believe. And then again, queen is super good. I end up pitching, I think, a Bagua at this point. And minusing Dawn, and then I swing 6 at the Uda, and they block again. And yeah, I end up passing back turn, and at this point again, there could be a a 10 drop Kaido coming out, but when 10 drop Kaido comes out, it doesn't feel super duper great because, again, I can block this swing for free. He can swing on my life again. I can counter out for free. Swing on my life again, and again I can counter out. But I end up taking the leader swing, and then we do see a 10 drop Kaido coming out, popping my entire board. And then he goes to 2 Dawn, which means that he's going to be off of the leader effect for quite a while here, at least 2 more turns, which is the position that I want to be in, because now I'm at 9 Dawn. I have a considerable amount of stuff in hand. He's only got 2 life left. I go ahead and I drop a Koala, and I swing 5 at leader here because there's no cards in hand. And I still have 5 Dawn active, and I'm going to pass back turn because I know I have Bagua. I know I have the cards to protect my life in my hand. The fact that I had to pitch a Bagua earlier just kind of tells you what my hand looked like. So we'll see an Onigashima tapped to play Rusted Dawn, and there's only 5 Dawn on this side of Kaido, which means that I'm not in danger of losing this last life. And I can really just use the cards that I have to protect my life and hopefully not lose this Koala this turn. So he'll swing at my life here, and I'll just counter out with character cards. I'm not going to block with my Koala because I want to make sure that I have game. And I'm just thinking if I want to take it, and I don't really want to take it because I want to keep my life alive, so I'll use Blast rather than Bagua. And I don't minus Dawn just because Bagua rams me Dawn, so it's kind of a moot point. And I'll go ahead and pass back turn, and there's 3 Dawn active here with 2 cards in hand, and so I'm just kind of thinking to myself, what's the best way that we can win this game? So I go ahead and I swing at leader, and there's 3 cards in hand right now. I'm just thinking to myself, can I win with a 10k swing? Because if I don't win here, I probably just lose the game because I don't have the cards to counter out at this point. So I'm just doing the math, and I'm like, well, I could play it really safe here, but I'll swing 10, and there's no cards to beat me, and that's the game. Magellan taking it against Kaido. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, Monty out.